How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious, and welcome back to my channel. This is not a drill, folks. Solcadens is not only officially live in-game, he's been that way for a few weeks, but no one had a way to get him. He is now officially attainable for the vast majority of people, all except for the 3 people that got him as a prize for that top 3 ultimate leaderboard. We were waiting for Solcadens to come to our ancient summoning pool, and my god, has he arrived. Look at that, he gets a line all to himself. Why am I so excited? Solcadens is the best skilled boss hero in the game.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
And I gotta say, War Guides and I called it again. We went 3 for 3 on our speculation earlier in the week. When I do a speculative video, I do get a little hesitant. What if I'm wrong? We were not wrong. 3 for 3. Cyrus is here. Demi is here. Solcadens is here. Get pumped, people. Get pumped. I really, people are already pulling him. So shout out to Serial. I'll put a picture up right now. He messaged me to tell me this is how I was tipped off about it. I could have obviously checked the portal, but I woke up to a message from Serial saying, hey dude, I pulled Solcadens. I didn't know that was going to happen. And I was like, my sweet god. So here we go. Solcadens is in the game. Let's break him down real quick, and then let's wrap this thing up. But get excited, and hopefully this gets you pretty excited. Let's start with the talent here. When attacking the same target, basic attack deals increasing damage. Each attack increases damage by 6% for 10 seconds, up to 10 times, and inflicts burning. You're going to get this guy moving rapidly. He's got a very low 2-second attack interval. You can really get some amazing damage by stacking this damage increase from the basic attack. You can get a lot of stacks overlaying. Really such a fun hero, like such a freaking fun hero, man. Here he's got this continuous magic damage up to 100% on his basic attack. We'll save, actually let's go right for the ultimate. Why not? I'm feeling dangerous. It's Black Friday. Hell breaks loose, manual ultimate. The talent effect increases damage by 4%. So now it goes up to 12 seconds. So now instead of 6% for 10 seconds 10 times, we're talking 10% for 12 seconds. And if you do some math, right, you could have permanent uptime on this, right? If you can easily get him to a 1.2 second interval. That's going to keep stacking. That's really something. We're dogging 100% increased damage on that basic. What a basic it is. Marks one target with the highest HP for 10 seconds, during which all heroes will prioritize attacking on them. Note this has all heroes, not just faction allies, so when you use him outside of guild boss, when there are multiple targets and not just one target, that's quite interesting. Upon expiring, the mark will explode, so now you have your only little bit of AoE in his kit. He's very different from Twin Fiend and from Pyros in that he's not really built around AoE. He's the single target god. There's a reason he is best in class for the guild boss specifically. Additionally, when the hero is deployed as a lord, he gains Pyro Blitz. So Pyro Blitz is his version of Focus Fire. So it's the same amount. I got this wrong in the video with War Guides, so I want to correct it now. It goes up to 800% damage based on the number of heroes from his faction joining in on the strike. I said that Twin Fiend only went up to 700%. It's actually Pyros only goes up to 700%, but Twin Fiend does get that 800%. However, his is pretty special because it really buffs him, and he's unique as like a lot of the exclusive legendary lords, the ones that are only available from Ancient Summoning. He himself is a monstrous hero, even if he wasn't a lord. So this lord, he's going to get 70% increase in attack. That's ridiculous. 80% crit damage from participating allies, accumulating strength for a powerful strike. The damage then goes up to 800%. Furthermore, nearby units will also be affected. There's a little bit of splash damage, so there's the other little bit of AoE, but you can see that single target is going to be just bonkers. We can get this increased here with the damage per second. This can go up to 1% extra per second, so you can see here the talent effects is going to increase his damage by 4% for 12 seconds instead. Then we can actually even get that to 5%, right? So it's really nice. It's really nice. So what would that be? That'd be 11%, right? So 11%, you could stack it 10 times. 110% damage. Get the frick out of here, man. A little additional AoE damage for the blast mark, and you can get the skill cost down to a literally minuscule 500. Do not sleep on that. He's got that 2-second interval. You can get this guy doing some monster damage on the guild boss. Let's head into the passives now. If we look here, Synergy Blaze. Upon inflicting burning on targets, there's a 15% chance to gain 1 fiery essence, stacking up up to 4. During the next ultimate, every essence deals, every one of those fiery essences deals 60% extra damage. That goes up to 80% damage. That trigger chance goes up to 20%. So you get these 4 stacks with a 1 in 5 chance when you skill it up to deal an extra 80% damage. And upon inflicting burning, he's going to be inflicting burning all the time, because as you can see here, when attacking the same target, he's getting those stacks and he's also inflicting burning. It is a 5-second burning. Onto the passive, Hellfire Emperor becomes immune to burning damage. Not so important. I guess it's really nice just to make sure he never takes any of that damage over time from the guild boss. Maybe there's going to be a future content that I don't know about that could be important. However, after talent inflicts burning on targets, there's a 20% chance to increase their received burning damage by 20%. And this is really important. This goes up to 30% damage and a 30% chance. This is really important because it's not just the burnings he puts out, but just increase any of the damage, the burning damage that they are receiving. So if you're stacking a team with like Seal 2, we got a couple Nightmare units involved. Your Hex is putting out some burning stacks, right? So all those are going to have a 3 out of 10 chance when you skill it up to do 30% extra burning damage. It's just nasty. Finally, let's look at that Lord skill. So the first line is always the same with all legendary lords. Then we got when he casts Hell Break Loose. So this is his ultimate. All faction allies gain penetration increase. That is the same as Twin Fiend and Pyros. So it's going to ignore 30% of defense and magic resistance, and deals 30% extra damage to elites and bosses for 10 seconds. That is different. Pyros only has the penetration increase, and then Twin Fiend has 20% increase in crit rate, 30% increase in crit damage. Crit damage is within the damage formula. Damage increase is post formula, so it's multiplicative. It is more powerful. That's really, really good. When you're using Solcadens to really help you in late and end game guild boss content and any content in general, you don't really need that 20% crit rate increase that Twin Fiend is going to use. So it's much more important, I say, to grab that 30% extra damage. This guy is bonkers.com. Let's check out those awakenings and wrap it up. Awakening 1, the exact same thing as Twin Fiend, so he suffers from what Twin Fiend suffers from, where Pyros, once you skill him up, is just always on the ultimate, putting out those 20% vulnerabilities for physical damage and magic damage. Twin Fiend doesn't have it, Solcadens doesn't have it. However, for the long term, they will eventually get it when you finally get your Legendary Soul Stone if you save up. When you get it, if you save it till you get them. We'll see what comes first for you. Hopefully you get them both on your first day playing. I don't know. Good luck. Here you go. You can see 25%. So 5% more potent, 25% more potent than the 20% Pyros is giving. It's as good as Twin Fiend's. So he's doing all this extra damage himself. That's so amazing. And then on top of that, once you get him A1, he has those amazing vulnerabilities. You can see here, good luck getting this, but plus 5% attack, we don't mind. As with any Legendary Lord, what is really, really fun is you get an enhanced ability here on his Lord skill. So the damage to elites and bosses, now that's just going to be up 5%. We'll absolutely take that. Then here, for every 1 burning on targets, increases the hero's damage by 5% up to 35%. So if you're really stacking a ton of burning and content, maybe in Guild Boss, you could easily have 3 or 4 stacks, right? So an extra 15 to 20%, we'll take it. He's already a damage monster. Then crit rate plus 8%, probably the most boring here, but hey, makes the build a bit easier. And then finally, good luck getting your A5 Solcadens. When the talent's damage increase effect maxes out, each basic attack launch extends the duration of all burnings on the target for 1 second. So if you can get this guy to a 1 second interval, he's just going to keep extending them forever. Not the most essential thing, but it could be amazing in a lot of situations if you're having trouble keeping those burnings up. Like if you have more conditional things, like let's say you weren't in the guild boss, but your arrogance is putting out burnings only when he's in that berserker state doing his kind of a frisbee boomerang thing. Well, now you can keep these things up a lot longer. Just the first thing that popped into my head. I don't know. All in all, get pumped, people. Solcadens is here. I'm about to go hop on stream for my pulls party, and boy, I'm ripping like 24, 25 ancient summons today, so who knows? Maybe your boy's gonna get lucky. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Fastidious. If you like it, like it. If you want to comment, subscribe, share it with your mother, and I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.